Officially confirmed where Ferrari need a miracle as the 5 lights go on ahead of the drivers here in Texas. 5 lights on, lights out, and away we go in the US&A down towards turn number 1. And it seems to be a decent start by the 7. Cookie has to chop across into turn number 1. Red Bull leads. Cookie once again leads the United States Grand Prix off the track. Goes Himmy Dime there. As then we go through turn number 2, and young Hemi Dime's dropped a lot of places down into P7 there. As for EDS as we go, Cookie keeps the lead. Off the track goes Anax, and then Womamex and Sail around the outside at turn number 6 there. As then there is Star. Star is off. And it's a catastrophe start for the Kicksaba team. Star is down and around, and the sole driver who was in the top 10. This is a calamity start for the Sauber team to keep their construction line. Down the inside goes Maladon Gordon. Gordon will then try a switchback, but down towards turn 12 we go. Cookie leads from this Sev, then Jack, Trosh, Arrow, Himigdime, Womamex, and Alienax. As then there is the Williams, I believe, having a little look at the move, but then as we hit the brakes, as then there goes down the inside, that is Lime having a bit of a move there side by side through turn number 12 and then 13. And then we go towards turn 15 as there is Jack making a move on this Sev, and Jack is through into second place in the race. The Aston Martin having a very decent start as this battle still continues through 16, 17 and 18 towards turn number 19. Is anyone going to back out? No, they're not. Lime keeps a pin on the inside off the road. Goes up and chips. And then through turn 20 for the first time in 28 laps. And then we go down. Breaking over turn 12. The V-Cup of Trosh almost going into the back there. As there goes Womamex down the inside on WHF, who seems to just be falling away now. Seems to have a lack of pace here. Will Arrow make a lunge on the inside at turn 13? Risky if you even think about it. Well, it isn't close enough to make any sort of move. As there is now the mistake that they wanted. And through goes Nisev on Jack. And Nisev is through. And now can Trosh make it? 2 positions lost for the Aston Martin. A little bit of lag. But through goes Trosh. It's now 2 V-Cubs in the podium places here this evening in Texas. One mistake. Trosh here. And he's gaining on his teammate. And he pulls out to the inside of his teammate. And the 2 V-Cubs have swapped around. Nisev almost getting hit in the rear by Jack. The full screen. Arrow's gaining in the slipstream, gaining in the toe, and he's going to pull out to the outside or inside. Which way he's going to go? To the outside, and the reigning champion is through. Back up into the top 6. A little bit of a rear lock there, but Arrow is through. And there he goes into the top 6 there to continue towing along the others. His teammate was down towards turn 1. Womamex is diving down the inside. Arrow will try hold this around the outside. There's contact between the pair of them, but then on the power on the exit of turn 1, Womamex is through and into the top 6. Here, everything left in stock. There's probably nothing left to fight for. The wind's probably gone, and Nisev's pulling to the inside on his teammate. The 2 V-Cubs wheel to wheel on the inside, and it is Nisev through into the top 2 there. Trosh. Red Bull will not be Constructors champions. As then we see a launch to the inside by Cookie. He's going to try something, and he's going to go late down on the inside. As there is Womamex and Arrow as well, dueling wheel to wheel on the traction on the exit of turn number 11. Wheel banger between those 2 as well. Now Womamex now has the DRS, and Cookie's gaining on Arrow. Arrow goes defensive, but then Cookie can get on by. And now will he make the try to go for another send and make up 3 places in the matter of 2 corners? Yes, he does. And the soon-to-be champion this time next week has got through, as there is Lime. And off the track goes Alien Annex now, as Kevin Cow is now down into P11, as Annex and Lime both on 6-second penalties. This is 4. Track position here. There's almost contact between the pair of them. Kevin Cow doesn't really know where to place his car, as then there is Lime absolutely chopping off any opportunity there. Does any of the top 4 diving to the box? No. As once again pulls out to the inside, and these 2 swapping around once again. But the McLaren's got the DRS, and this battle is going to continue on and on down towards turn number 12. Here comes Kevin Cowan around, and round goes Kevin and Alien Annex. The pair of them spinning together through turn number 12. Contact between the Haas and the Red Bull of turn 11, and this should be. Could we see 2 cars go by Womamex in a matter of seconds here to the inside. Goes Michael Louis. Will we see a dive to the inside by Jack in the Aston Martin? Is he going to go brave on the brace? He's diving down the inside on WHF, and Jack is through into the top 4, and probably going to see a dive down the inside. Turn 13 here. Not many moves on turn 13, but he's made it stick, and Jack is now into the podium positions here between himself and the Williams. The Sev pulls out to the inside and gets ahead of Michael Louise. What about Himmy Dime though? He's going to be getting in a slipstream, and he is just going to be waved on by as well by the Williams driver. Michael Louise choosing not to defend that, as on the inside the Ferrari goes into the top 4. The Americas, there is no battery left for the Sev. Himmy Dime's gaining. He's gaining in the slipstream. He's going to pull out to the inside. This is the battle on track. 4P3 and Himmy Dime is through. Time penalty for track limits here as we get towards turn number 12. Down the inside goes Oven Chips in the Haas on the Mercedes touch, and off the road goes Ollie in the Mercedes, and now Trosh picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits as well. So second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth has got penalties. Here comes Ollie now down the inside, and there's contact again, moving on the braking by the Haas drivers. Off the road goes the Haas driver, and then on the power through the triple right-hander. You can't see what's going on here, and the Haas driver is ahead of the Mercedes driver. Towards turn 19 we go, and then it is now Ollie stuck behind the Haas. Will we see a lunge on the inside at turn number 20? No, we won't, as now wide goes the Haas, and through goes Ollie, and now Mallard will have a look, have a sniff on the Haas as towards turn number 1 we go. Mallard is about to set up a dive on the inside. Down the inside goes Mallard, but backs out of it because there is Oven Chips moving on the braking and completely locking tyres with Ollie, and they make contact again, and Ollie is basically half spun there as towards the yes we go. There is 4 cars separated by 30 metres here, as there once again is Himmy Dime through on Nisev. Can't see how that isn't a pen for Oven Chips. Awful defending. There's down inside the 2 Mercedes looking to swap. I can't find the button as through goes Mallard, but then now it's inviting the Aston Martin of Gordon on those new medium compactor tyres. I want to get Summit, but there goes Gordon through past 1 Mercedes. Can he make it? 2 Mercedes overtaken in 1 straight. Then Mallard will defend it, as there is a rear lock by Oven Chips in the Haas. Towards turn 13 we go. On board with the Aston Martin driver. Wide goes the Mercedes towards through 14 towards turn number 15. Mallard, that is an absolutely diabolical camera angle as Oven Chips now running outside off the track and into the wall. Got a pair of them, the Mercedes and the Haas, off into the wall, and through goes Ollie and Gordon. The Aston Martin and Mercedes prevail as the other Mercedes and the Haas go off the road. But onwards we go with this race, and once again Trosh is gaining on Himmy Dime, and will he cost them time? Yes he will, as he pulls out to the inside. They're going to keep this side by side, are they, through the next turn, as now here comes Trosh on Himmy Dime as towards turn number 13 we go. At the uphill chicane of turn 8 and turn 9, there is Arrow and WMX side by side. We'll go towards turn number 2. None of them wanting to give it up, and then I think WMX is going to have to give it up, as now towards the S as we go. Arrow is still ahead, but it's probably a matter of time before those two do eventually swap around. Jack's here in Texas this evening, as there is their WMX down the inside on Arrow. Arrow will then try a switch back, as then we go towards turn 13. We'll try another switchback maybe, and then will he try a third switchback if he can get the outside line for turn 15. He's now going to dive down the inside, does the reigning champion. He then gets back through, but then WMX tries a switchback on the exit of 15 through 16, 17 and 18 we go. This is at such high speed, and WMX almost onto the curb where you can easily lose the car. As once again those two are going side by side, but this is the battle higher up the road. And at turn number 6, down the inside goes WMX on the Ferrari around the outside. There's contact between the pair of them again at turn 1, and WMX is sent into a half spin and a ghost, and this has now got Michael Louise perfectly in this little scrap. Texas, I'd be love if I could see his tyre wears. Once again, these two swapping around. Michael Louise is looking around the outside on WHF Arrow. He's not going to make it easy, but Michael Louise has now got to back out of it once again. And Arrow, will he maybe dive down the inside at turn number 13? No, he won't. Maybe it won't seem to be, as there are the 2 V-Cubs now swapping around, and there's contact, as there is contact there between Cookie and this Sev. No damage on that V-car, but there was definitely tyre locking and wheel banging between Cookie and the 7. Now Cookie's looking around the outside of Trosh. Will now try to hang us around the outside. They then try to switch back on the exit of turn number 15. And then the track will swing right-handed, and Cookie still not able to make that move, as once again these two swobbling and dueling away. Almost contact into the rear. Almost went the Alpine WHF Arrow. Almost getting clobbered there. As now Cookie, he's got one down and he's got 3 to go. It's a bit like Singapore in 2023, this, where George Russell was charging through. He's got 3 to go. Make that 2 to go till the on-track race lead. Cookie is back up into the podium places. If there was to be a penalty for Cookie, so he's passed 1, he's passed 2, making a hat-trick overtake within the last lap or so. Cookie is through into second place, and he's got 2.7 seconds to go until he takes the lead on track. There's a move by Arrow, who's got through on WHF once again, but we're focusing on the battle for the lead. Down towards turn 12, Cookie to the outside, and he is now into the lead of the US Grand Prix. Jack will try to defend this, but he's got absolutely nothing to defend this with. Towards turn 12 we go, and these two once again, this is the closest they've been, and WHF is now past, and once again now Michael Louise is looking to get past as well. Michael Louise down the inside on WHF Arrow. There's contact again between the pair of them. Will lock in once again between the pair of them, and Arrow loses 2 places in a matter of meters here. Michael Louise has now got his prime position to get up into the top 6 here in Texas. Towards turn 12, and once again, WHF knows he knows he needs to defend it. Is there anything he can do? Michael Louise pulls out to the outside line, and WHF will try to hang us on the inside line. Michael Louise plain sailing around the outside, but then the track's going to swing right-handed for WHF. He's going to try the up and under, gets the nose in there, but then towards turn 15, will he try to dive down the inside? No, he doesn't. Michael Louise defends that off very, very well through turn 15, and then on the exit of turn 15, then through 16, 17 and 18, and WHF is through and into 7th place. He goes down, sorry. Michael Louise now improved, as there is Arrow down the inside, and around goes the Ferrari. Round. Irrelevant due to him being 11 seconds from P17. There's Himmy down the inside on Jack. Yes, he is down the inside. Goes the Ferrari. Contact between the tyre and the side pod. And then we get on the power on the exit of turn 12, and Himmy Dime now is basically going to be a rinse and repeat of what Max was trying, as Lime has got the DRS and pulls out to the inside. And Arrow under all sorts of pressure once again. And Arrow is down into 9th place here in the United States. Lime now leads the champion towards turn number 12. Once again, he's going down the inside. Once again, there goes Himmy Dime through on the Aston Martin, but then Jack will try the old switcheroo, but towards turn 13, Jack has to now concede the place, and is maybe just thinking, because of the extra 3 second Himmy Dime's got, he wants to just play it safe, but maybe for dummies and blue to that inside line. Through 18 towards turn number 19, the soon-to-be champion who are hoping to crown themselves the Constructors' Champions. It's not going to come this time around. Out of the final corner for the 7th time this season. I butchered it now. For the 7th time this season, he wins. And for the 31st time in his WHF career, he wins. Jack gets P2, Trosh in 3rd, Himmy Dime in 4th, Nisev will finish in 5th, then it'll be WHF in 7th because Michael Louise, and there is an almighty scrap going on here. And what is going on with Lime? Lime is all over the shop here, and Kevin Cowell of absolutely nowhere is now here in the battle for a top 8 finish here. Round 19, 18, 19 and 20. Is there maybe a puncture on the McLaren, or is he just out of fuel? That fuel light is flashing here. I'm actually going to do that quickly. I think Lime has run out of fuel. So, Michael Louise 6th, WHF 7th, Kevin Cow 8th, Arrow 9th, Gordon 10th, Lime 11th. Then the Mercedes 12th and 13th.
Lime, you are a like. there you have it, Cookie wins yet again in Tier 1, which now moves him to 1 win away from the championship. Meanwhile, Jack and Trosh get their first podiums of the season. Cookie could wrap up the driver's title and the constructor's title next time out as we head to Brazil for round 10 of this 12 round calendar. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe and send this to your nan. I've been WHF. Thank you all for watching and goodbye.